Could you come over here?
Will someone do aught about this?
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
Why at last?
Might look pretty picking.
There's comfort in the humdrum of day.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Still waiting on that report.
Our road was a long one, but here we are at last. I would appreciate your swift return, Mark.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
When does my wash?
What is true peace? Would that all my days were so true.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
If just about anywhere.
Naught compares to real loud.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle, were it possible.
Monsters range nearer than e'er they dared before.
Pray and ne'er put gold in my pocket.
The common folk as well.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought... This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover... I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your...
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought it was wrong.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Always sets me to think this place.
Anyone will notice if I stay here a bit.
Nary a gentle scratch on my arm.
I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me.
Someone talked about this.
Might you spare it?
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look?
As soon as my ship's done, I'm off to the tower.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Disa's schemes run deep. To think, Disa's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Disa is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Disa's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to...
Phases. Now there's a name to remember.
is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Do not forget that we work to... There is much we ought to tend to. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind them. What say you, your majesty? Might I ask this, my thanks? Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through what... Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help. Take care, your there is what masquerades being as they are. You will require suitable... Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining...
Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scoundrel who would claim your title if you attended a palace masquerade. We're off to Vernworth Palace, then. Pawns may not enter the castle grounds, Master. We shall have to part ways at the gate.
Ho there. Would you lend your ear to my request? And here I thought... Well...
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then we best keep some coin on hand to ease our potential warders' suffering, and make them an ally to our cause.
Come on, have a look.
sooner stay out of battle where it's possible.
'Tis our duty to see this.
Here at last.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
There are few places where I can let down my guard.
I must ask you to comport yourself with the utmost civility while you are within the Master. Great Hall.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. At least here.
I dream of adventure.
Such cheap drink. It is not at all
Be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol.
The perfect spot to sit and think a while.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this work.
Surely someone will.
See this peace. Quiet at last.
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work. I'd sooner stay out of battle where it's possible. I'd sooner stay out of battle where it's possible.
Anyone gives me trouble, then takes a stick.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Too many undervalue the importance of rest.
My whiskers. Looking a tad crooked.
Slow down. These bones can't keep up.
I like to come here when I need an empty thing. I am the queen.
Back again.
So many happy voices.
This works dreadful dull. I get
pray, take yourself elsewhere. Our services are only available to members of this establishment.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment.
I am the cream of the crop.
Happiness, full skin.
All I need's my health, I
What
suppose.
is life without a little spice?
Take pride in my coat, and rightly so.
Not much going on.
Always sets me to thinking, this place.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
It's quiet about.
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm
Been a while since I heard a good story.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour will be right.
In here.
I've been here the whole time.
Open up!
Open this door right now. Coming in.
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap.
My fur is all knotted.
Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
Look! Master, a treasure chest! We shall have to find a way to reach it. It seems you have obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brant will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Huzzah! We must inform Captain... Brant at once.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho, ho! To think if only my collection were complete, I'd fail. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, the man's home is located in Backbatar.
What say we gather some information? Master, 'twould be prudent to rid yourself of any excess items.
Well, you don't see that every day. I imagine my master would faint were I to return beyond the rift with it.
I'd sooner stay out and back this.
Must neglect my ledger. Just keep a record.
Right. Just follow me. The person we seek isn't here.
Welcome to the Star Dropit. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I? Always a pleasure. Welcome to the Star Trek. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you? Always Always a pleasure.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phases, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further.
So the false sovereign...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your I bear word from Regent Ken Spen, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard. A minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Disa's schemes. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of
There is only one acceptable outcome. Complete and utter success.
Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace.
Onward to Burnworth Castle. Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Pawns may not enter the castle grounds, Master. We shall have to part ways at the gates.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Twas an eventful journey.
We shall wait here till your business is done.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
Must not at the expense of my duty.
Do you recall that package from the tower I delivered to the minister's chambers last week? Well,
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a...
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefit...
My lord...
Oh, unring your... As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, it is you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet.
I'm trained for this. I could see myself having...
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
First things first, we must speak with Captain Brandt. Follow me, Master, if you would. I'll bring you to the one you seek. Over.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to... Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phases fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
Would that I was kept half as busy as I once.
Could you come over here?
As a reward for you will of course require raiment befitting of...
It seems you've some... Where else in mind you'd rather go?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. Pray inform me when your preparation... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Fine wares all.
do.
Not a care in the world, just as it should be.
Might we not take an ox cart, Arisen? Even if 'tisn't bound for our destination.
This ox cart's I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day. you.